Regina, I'm disappointed in you. I thought you were better than this. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about? What's the matter, Allie? I have no idea what you're talking about. What did I do to you?
Stop playing dumb with me. While we were abroad, you moved in with your husband's parents.
So? What's the problem?
What do you mean? You're lying to them. You should be ashamed.
Excuse me?
For years, you guys didn't even come to visit. But as soon as we leave the country, you move in with all of them? I don't think so, Regina. They're loaded. They got a lot of money. That's why. You're only doing this for the money. I just know it.
Huh? Hold on. What are you saying? You got this all wrong, Allie.
Stop lying to me. My brother-in-law told me everything. But now he's working away from home, right? So now you're the only one there. I know everything, okay? And now that he's gone, you're probably spending their money like crazy. I just know it. Stop trying to deny it. Admit it.
What? No. Ken told you all this? That I'm using their money without permission?
Well, not like that, but I knew what he meant. I understood what he was trying to say.
Okay.
So you tricked them and moved in with them. And now you're stealing money from them? You're horrible. This is fraud. This can't be legal. You're a criminal, Regina. And I'm not gonna stand for it. You're not getting away with this. Get out, now! Move out! You don't belong there! I'm gonna live there myself. I'll look after them, got it? Stay out of it. We're gonna take care of everything around the house, got it?
Huh? You're gonna move in here? You serious?
Yeah, I'm heading back home soon. Almost done with work around here. I'm gonna be working home again, so that's why I called my brother-in-law. I'm moving in as soon as we get back, and that's final. And John agreed to this already, so John is their real son. His parents would love to have him around, I'm sure. Much better than a criminal like yourself.
If you say so, but... You sure about this? Are you absolutely sure?
Yes. What are you so confused about? I guess your plan to take over their house didn't work. Too bad. You lose. Just get out and drop it, got it? I'll force you out of there if I have to. John is gonna be the man of the house from now on. If you want to fight this, fine. We'll sue you. You got no choice. Leave now.
Okay then. I'll go. I'll leave as soon as possible. I gotta pack and find a new place to live, though. Just give me some time. I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Glad you understand. I thought you'd put up much more of a fight. Oh well, works for me. You could have time to pack and stuff, but don't take too long now. But if you steal anything from the house, I'll know. So don't even think about it. I'll give you a week, not a day longer, got it? You better be out of there by the time we get back into the country. Understand?
Alright, sounds good. Well then, good luck with the house, I guess. You're gonna need it.
Huh! What is that supposed to mean? You sound pathetic. Just stop it. Hurry up and pack. Go! Get the hell out!
Alright. Bye.
Hey, Regina! Hey! Answer me! You there?
Hey, you back in the country? Welcome home. It's pretty cold here, isn't it?
What the hell is all this? The house! It's a mess! This place is a dump! Did you get robbed or something? What happened here? And what's wrong with them? They're acting all weird. And it kind of smells in here too. What the hell is going on? Explain yourself.
Slow down. Take a deep breath. I cleaned up before I left, but it's been a few days, so... They're always like this. Not much you can do about it. And the smell? Ugh, I know it's bad. But I can't get it out anymore. I tried, but you just gotta get used to it, I guess.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
You're upset. I get it. I don't blame you. You're probably expecting something else, right? Taking care of old people? It's much harder than you think, you know. I was surprised myself. Took me a while to get used to it, too. But no worries. You'll get the hang of it, I'm sure. I told their caretaker to call you, so no worries. You should be getting a call from them soon. If you have any questions, you can ask me anytime.
Hold on! Wait, what the hell are you talking about? Caretaker? What do you mean by that? Why do you need a caretaker? You're not making any sense!
Huh? What do you mean? They need around-the-clock care.
Huh?
Wait, you didn't know? Bob, after he broke his leg last year, he couldn't go out as much anymore. Then, he got dementia. And, he's really violent now. We tried putting him in a home, but nobody would take him. So we had no choice but to look after him at home, but... I got hundreds of bruises because of him. He throws stuff too, so just be careful. Try not to get hurt.
What?
And Heather, she went senile as well. But she could still move around and stuff, so we didn't put her in a home or anything. But sometimes she goes outside during the night and starts screaming. This one time, she told all the neighbors I was stealing money from her for some reason. Not sure why, but... And this other time, the salesman came to our house and tried to sell her a bunch of useless junk. She tried to take out a loan under my name to buy it. It was a close one. So, if someone comes to the door, don't let her answer. Who knows what she might do next? Just try to keep her inside the house. All she does is cause trouble, so...
Hold on! Wait! What do you mean? I had no idea about any of this! Nobody told me this! This is the first time I'm hearing about this!
What? I texted John about it. You should know. When his dad was in the hospital, I told him everything. He knows about all of this. He didn't tell you? And, just to be clear, I didn't move in with them to steal their money, okay? After her husband broke his leg, Heather asked me to move in with them. To help them around the house and stuff, you know? So, yeah, I was only trying to help.
What? No. Nobody told me about this!
Well, I told John, so... And he was really grateful for it. When I told him about all of this, he thanked me. Not sure why he didn't tell you, but not my problem.
That can't be.
I guess you should have talked to him before jumping to conclusions. But guys, I always forget to tell you important stuff. My brother is the same way, so I know. And sometimes, they only talk about things they want to talk about. And my husband is the same way. When he heard about them going senile, he ran off like a coward. He didn't want any part of this, I guess. Pathetic, if you ask me. And when I asked him to send me some money for medical bills and stuff, he just made a bunch of excuses and hung up the phone. He knows they're broke, you know, but he didn't care. It's so messed up. He doesn't do anything for them.
Well, they're broke? What do you mean? Why? How? Explain yourself! They were loaded and their house is huge! What do you mean they're broke? That can't be. You used it all, didn't you? I knew it!
How many times do I have to tell you? I didn't touch their money. It was probably them. And the medical bills are really expensive too, so... And after going senile, Heather started spending money like crazy. She was always buying random stuff from strangers. This one time, she came home with a bag full of jewelry. They all looked fake though. And this other time, some contractors showed up at her house and scammed her. They did all kinds of renovation work around the house, but I don't think any of it was necessary. That set her back about $30,000, so... But then, before the construction was over, they ran off. Oh, and her husband owns a bunch of land, and taxes are really expensive on those. But we don't even know where they are. And he's gone senile, so we'll probably never know. So, yeah, money is pretty tough. I told him to sell the land, but he doesn't want to. And even if he says yes, you gotta find it first, so... So, yeah, long story short, they're flat out broke. I had to use my own money to pay their bills for a while. It was about $5,000 a month.
$5,000? No way! You're joking me, right? How do you have that kind of money anyways? You're a housewife, aren't you?
I'm a designer. I work from home. And I invest in stocks, so I got plenty of money. I make much more than my husband. Don't tell him though. That'll just upset him.
What? Wait, hold on. So, they're broke, and they need around-the-clock care. And it's going to take $5,000 a month to look after them? Is that what you're telling me?
Pretty much, yeah. Sorry, I thought you knew about this. I don't know what you had in mind, but it probably wasn't this. Oh well. They're your problem now, so good luck.
No! No! No way! I can't do this! No way! Please, come back, please!
No, I don't think so. And, we're not family anymore, so I'm getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
Yeah, my idiot of a husband. He's cheating on me. He's really enjoying this. Working away from home. He's out of control. He has multiple mistresses now. And meanwhile, I'm looking after his parents. Can you believe that? I don't even know what to say to him anymore.
What? Seriously? He's cheating on you? But, wait, if you do that then, why take care of his parents in the first place?
Yeah, I know. I should have left him years ago. Well, nothing I can do about it now, so... Guess I was just tired. Too tired to think, you know? Looking after the two elderly people by myself. Paying $5,000 a month to pay the bills for them? Doing this around the house for them? Meanwhile, my husband is out there cheating on me. It was a mess. I wanted to get away from it all. But, I don't know. I just couldn't do it for some reason. Maybe I was afraid of what people would think of me if I ran away. And the house? If I left, who's gonna take care of it, you know? I guess it wasn't really my problem, but I don't know, I just couldn't leave. I guess I just felt bad or something, so I kept going. I wasn't even thinking anymore. I was losing money left and right, but I was too tired to care. I was working my ass off, but nobody even thanked me. It's not a nice feeling. Have you ever felt that way before? Probably not. But, now it's your turn, so you'll see what I'm talking about.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Wait!
When you told me to get out of the house, I was so relieved. It changed everything for me. I was so grateful. I was finally free, you know? Free from my husband, his parents, all of it. In a way, you saved me. A few more months of this and I would have lost it, so... For that, I'll forever be grateful to you, Allie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Finally, I can go back to living my own life.
Wait, hold on. That's not why I...
But you said it yourself. You said you'd take care of them, and the house. You called me criminal if I remember correctly. You told me to get out. You said you'd take care of everything. Don't even try to deny it. I took a screenshot of your messages. When I'm feeling down, I look at it. It makes me feel a lot better, you know.
No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said all those things about you. I didn't mean it, honest. I had no idea about any of this.
I was this close to losing it, so... Again, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Well then, good luck to you. You're gonna need it. I got a lot to do. I gotta start preparing for the divorce, so... Bye!
Wait, Regina! Please, wait, hold on. I lied. I got fired. That's why I came home. I don't have a job anymore. I'm sorry. Please don't leave me. Please!
She tried calling me after that, but I blocked her and ignored her. After finding out the truth, Allie and her husband tried to make a run for it. But they didn't even have a job anymore, and they were flat out broke. So they had nowhere to go. They were thinking about leeching off of their parents, but that didn't work. They had no choice but to stay with them. A few months later, they finally got a job, but they were barely making ends meet. And taking care of two elderly people while working a full-time job was nearly impossible. And their parents spent money like crazy. They were up to their necks in debt now. They started fighting every day. The house was a mess. And sometimes, the neighbor had to call the cops on them. Allie was devastated. She was screwed. Her life was over. Oh well, not my problem. Good riddance if you ask me. I heard they went on welfare after that. Oh well, who cares? As for me, I got a huge cash settlement from my ex-husband and his mistress in the divorce. Got my own apartment and got 2 puppies from a friend. I was free at last. It felt amazing. Time to move on with my life.
Hey Millie, are you there? I was just wondering if I could talk to you about something really quickly.
Oh, hey Rick. Well, yeah. Of course you can talk to me about whatever. What's up?
Well, the thing is that my boss just told me that I was going to have to go away on a business trip.
Oh, really? You're going to get to go away on a business trip? Do you know when you're going to be leaving for it?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be sometime next month. They're still figuring out the final dates.
But next month is already only 2 weeks away. But I guess at least that will be plenty of time for you to pack up your things.
I know. Only this time isn't going to be for a short little trip like the others. I think this is going to be a much longer trip. In fact, I think I might be going away for about 3 months.
Wait a second. Your job is going to be sending you away for 3 months?
It seems like it. In fact, I was told that if I wasn't doing all that well on my assignment, that could end up being turned into 6 months. So I guess I'm actually just kind of worried about the whole thing, if I can be honest with you.
Well, yes. That is a really, really long time to be away. I agree with you there. But I don't think it's anything to worry about. After all, it's just your job, and you know what you're doing. Besides, it's your job, so it's not like you can just say that you won't go.
I know. What about our daughter, Jane? I don't want to leave her for that long.
I know, but your boss already chose you for this job, right? And besides, Jane is already 8 years old. She's not a baby or anything like that. I think she'll survive without her dad for a few months.
You really think so? Because I don't think that Jane is going to be okay for that long without me. Every other time that I've gone away, even for shorter trips, you tell me that she just throws tantrums the whole time I'm away.
I know, but that was then, and this is now. And I don't think that that's going to happen again. She'll probably be too busy with her friends to notice you're gone. And that's to say nothing of how busy she'll be with school or anything like that. I think she'll have plenty to keep her distracted.
I know, but don't you think she'll get mad when I'm not around to take her out somewhere on the weekend? Are you really sure that she's going to be okay?
Well, she's not going to be all alone. She'll have me around too, you know. So I think you'll be fine if you go. Because right now, I don't think that you're being fair to me with Jane alone.
Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to do that. And you're right about the business trip. I know that I was chosen because I'm the most knowledgeable about the project. It was actually Richard who suggested that I go.
Oh, Richard. Is that the guy who was all buddy-buddy with upper management at your office, right? Do you think he's just trying to help you have more chances to prove yourself?
I think that he might be. And of course, I'm grateful for how considerate that is. But still.
Rick, it sounds to me like this is something that you should do. I mean, everyone around you is counting on you for this.
Well, okay then. If that's really what you think, then I guess I'll have no choice but to go on that business trip. But well, are you really sure that it's going to be okay? Isn't Jane's recital next month?
Yes, it's true. And it will stink that you can't make that. But I'll invite other family to come and see her. You know, Rick, you really do worry too much sometimes. You know that?
I know, but it's just that I'm going to be away for a few months. And I guess I'm also just worried that I'll be lonely.
I know. But it's not like it's a whole year that you're going to be away. And you can call and text and all that kind of stuff. Of course, I hope you don't think that being away for that long is an excuse to cheat on me.
Of course not. You know that I would never do that, right? You're the only one for me.
Well, I certainly hope that that's true, Rick. But anyways, I'm not really worried. In fact, I don't even think that all that much is going to change around here without you.
Hey now, Millie, I'm not sure if you meant it like that, but that kind of hurts, you know?
Well, I'm just speaking from experience from the times that you went away before. But if you're really all that worried, then I hope you do a good job so you can come back home sooner.
You're right. I can do this. I'll make sure it's just 3 months that I'm away.
But if you're going to be away for 3 months, then I guess that means I should get all the fun that I want in before you're gone.
So you mean that you're going to be out of the house on the weekends until I leave?
And just what kind of way is that to ask what I plan on doing? Are you seriously going to try and tell me that I'm not allowed to have any time to myself because of what you have to do for work?
No, it's not like that at all, Millie. It's just that I would really like it if we could get some family time in before I go. Maybe we can all plan a short little trip, just the 3 of us?
Well, sure. We can do one of those too. No problem. You can be the one to tell Jane about this if you want.
I guess I will. But I should be home at the usual time today.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Enjoy the rest of your lunch break and have a good rest of your day.
Hey there, Millie. How's it going? How are you and Jane holding up without me?
Hey there, Rick. Jane and I are doing just fine, thanks. Actually, Jane is away with my dad on a day trip.
Wait a second. You sent Jane to your parents' house again?
Yeah, I mean, it's only Friday. So she was going to spend the night here. And since Jane doesn't have any school, they were going to enjoy the time off. I told my dad to think of something they could do together so that Jane wouldn't feel so lonely. So my parents are hauling a lot of weight for you while you're gone.
I see. Well, please tell your parents how thankful I am to both of them for doing all of that.
No, I will do that. But don't worry, it's not like it's a burden on them or anything. Of course they are enjoying being with their granddaughter. I actually heard they even bought Jane some video games that they all play together sometime.
Wow, really? You mean that your parents are playing video games with our daughter?
Yeah, I think they read somewhere online that it can be good for keeping your brain sharp, so they don't seem to mind.
Well, that is true. I mean, just with the hand-eye coordination, there has to be something there. It's just not very often that you hear about older people getting into playing video games.
Yeah, that much is true as well. But anyways, everything is going well with them and Jane, so I think that's good.
Right. Well, speaking of that, I was hoping to call Jane on a video call. But when would be a good time to call?
If you wanted to talk to the 2 of us, I think the weekday would be best. But yeah, I think that Jane would love it if you called, so you should actually go ahead and think of a time to call us.
So it would really only work on the weekdays then. Well, I guess that I could try and make a call on Monday? Do you think that you and Jane are mostly going to be together so that if I called, you both could pick up? Or could you at least tell Jane to keep an eye on her phone because I'll call her?
So you would just call her on your own then?
Well, that's the thing. I did try reaching out to her one day, but she never got back to me. So I don't know what's going on. Does she keep her phone on her most of the time?
No, I guess now that you say that. I think she did leave her phone here, but I'll tell her to keep it on her when she gets back.
Great, and then her next recital should be coming up, right? I was going to try and catch a flight back home to watch it.
Wait a second. You mean that you're going to be coming back home for a little bit?
Yeah, it's only going to be over the weekend, really. But that's plenty for me. You know that I just can't miss this. I know how much it means to Jane.
I know, but if you're coming back to watch Jane and then fly back, then I can't imagine that it's your work paying for all this, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's coming from my savings.
Well, I'm afraid that I have to tell you not to come, since it's just such a waste of money.
But I want to be there and watch Jane. It's worth it to me. And I think that our daughter will be very happy to have me there as well. Don't you?
Well, sure. But can't you just miss it this year? Is it really that big of a deal? I mean, what's the point in coming back when you've just left? I think that Jane is just starting to get used to not having you around. And besides, you said that your business trip was going to end up being 4 months, right? So I just don't get the point of coming back home halfway through your trip.
I don't understand. I just want to come home and see my family for a bit.
I'm not saying that what you're doing right now isn't difficult, but I'm saying that you have to think about this rationally. Don't you realize how you're going to ruin all the progress Jane has made with you gone? And if you do come and visit, then when you do go back to work, I'm going to have to be the one to deal with the fallout from you going.
I know, but I think, well, I guess maybe I wasn't thinking.
Look, Rick, I told you that I don't mind inviting other family and friends to come and support Jane, okay? I've been taking care of the both of us just fine since you've left, and I just don't think there's a really good reason for you to be coming like this.
Millie, I'm really happy that you're going to do all of that for Jane, but I still want to be there. And just what kind of friends are you thinking of inviting to watch?
Oh, it was just someone that came to our wedding. I'm not even sure if you really remember them. But anyways, it's nothing to worry about at all, so it's fine.
Right? Well, okay. If that's how you really feel about the matter, I guess I won't come home.
I know that it's tough for you right now, but I just don't think that it would be worth coming back here.
No, you're right. Besides, this whole thing was very last minute anyways. I should have asked further in advance. But I'll stay here for Jane's sake. I don't want to get her hopes up for nothing.
That's good. And don't worry, there will be plenty more opportunities in the future. So if you can just wait until next year, we'll be okay.
Great, well, I guess the problem I've had trying to connect with Jane is that I think she just falls asleep right away even when we can call. She must be practicing her recital a lot.
Yeah, that sounds just about right. All that girl does when she gets home is do homework, practice, eat dinner, bathe, and go to bed. Although, when she does play, it's mostly just on her video games. Nothing outside or anything like that. I guess she's just too tired to do any serious playing after all she does is her practice.
Well, when I get back from my business trip, I'll try and think of something that we can do outside together.
Great. Well, hopefully that works out. Anyways, my mom is telling me to do the dishes, so I've got to go now.
Great. Sounds good then. I know that you're doing a lot right now, so thanks for watching Jane while I'm gone.
Yeah, I'll keep doing my best out here. You do your best on the last month of your business trip, Rick. We'll talk again soon. Hey, Dad. Are you there? Do you have time to talk?
Jane! What a lovely surprise! What are you doing messaging me at a time like this?
Well, I had my recital yesterday, and now it's my day off, so we're resting.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm really glad that you're getting some time to rest. And I heard that your recital went really well. Actually, your mom sent me some footage of you dancing and you looked so good. I thought you looked amazing.
But that means that you weren't actually there at the recital then, right?
Jane, you have no idea how badly I wish I could have been there for you. But I had work and just wasn't able to make it. I'm really, really sorry about this.
Does this mean that you're never ever going to come back home, Dad? When am I going to see you again?
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Of course you're gonna see me again. As soon as my work here is done, I'm gonna come home and we're all gonna live together. You just have to wait a little bit longer before I'm back home, okay?
So then, you really mean it? You really are going to come back home one day?
Yes, one day, Jane. One day very soon. I promise. But maybe when you're older, you'll get why grown-ups sometimes have to go far away for work sometimes.
I guess. We'll see about that. But I'm just curious about what you're going to do with my new daddy then.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What new daddy are you talking about?
I mean, the new daddy that we have at home. Although, if I can be honest with you, Dad, I think that new daddy really, really hates me. So maybe you shouldn't actually come home after all.
I'm sorry, Jane, but I have no idea what you're talking about right now. But I don't think it's possible for anyone to hate you.
But I think that Mom and new daddy are going to leave me all alone. And they also said that you're never ever going to come back home.
Jane, I'm really sorry, but I just have no idea at all what you're talking about. Are you telling me that this new daddy guy is someone in the house with you and Mom?
Yeah, but the thing is that I was told that I wasn't supposed to tell you a word about this at all.
Jane, I want you to know that you can tell me anything, okay? I'm your real dad, and I want you to tell me what's going on.
Well, it's just that Mom keeps talking about how we're going to be living with new daddy from now on. I don't like my new daddy at all. I don't want to live with him. I want you to come back home right now. I promise that I'll be a good girl, so please, don't leave me, Dad.
Jane, I need you to calm down right now and tell me if you're at home with your mom.
No, I'm not here with Mom. She goes out with new daddy.
Well, when she normally goes out, is she usually coming home sometime at night?
There are some times when Mom doesn't even come home at all. In fact, when Mom and new daddy are both away, I'm the only one who's at home.
Wait a second. So you're telling me that your mom is leaving you alone at home all by yourself overnight?
It's not all the time, but it's more than just sometimes.
Okay, Jane, listen to me. I'm going to call Grandma and tell her to come to the house and pick you up. So when you hear the doorbell ring, make sure it's Grandma and then open the door for her. She'll take you home with her.
You mean Grandma's in your mom, Dad?
That's right. The same grandma that you always have had. Don't worry.
But Mom told me that I wasn't supposed to leave the house at all.
It's gonna be okay, Jane. I'm gonna make sure that nothing happens to you. I'm your dad, and I'll never leave you alone. I'm going to come back home right away and make sure that you're okay. So you just go home with your grandma and wait for me, okay?
Rick, are you there? I have some bad news.
Millie, what's the matter? What's going on?
Well, it's Jane. I have no idea where she's gone, and she won't pick up her phone either. Do you have any idea where she might be?
Why don't you know where our daughter is at this time of night? How did you lose her?
Well, I just stepped out of the house to go and pick up dinner. She was taking a nap when I left, and when I came back, she was gone.
Wow, well, you're going out quite late for shopping for dinner, don't you think? Did you even really go to the supermarket?
Of course I did. I thought that she would have been at home. I mean, she was so tired from her recital the other day. But what are we going to do? Should we call the police?
Are you sure you want to call the cops when you were the one sleeping around on me? Not only that, but sleeping around on me while you left our child home alone all night?
Rick, you can't be serious, right? What are you going on about?
Can we please just stop playing dumb? This is ridiculous. I know all about the new daddy you've been having over.
New daddy? What are you talking about? Hold on a second. Is this what Jane has been telling you? That girl has such an overactive imagination, don't you think? I really should try to get her away from those video games.
You really thought you were going to get away with this just because I was away, didn't you?
Rick, please. This is just crazy talk. I am not cheating on you. You have to believe me. I've been trying so hard to take care of Jane and I by myself while you've been gone.
You know, I've already come back home. I even stopped by the house, and guess what? It was totally empty.
Oh? You're back already? Well, it must have been while I was out at the store.
I can't believe that you're even trying to lie about this. I saw the other man's clothes in our house. I even asked our neighbors about it, and they've confirmed that there's been some man they've never seen coming over and that they've seen you leaving the house late at night. So if you think that I'm not going to divorce you after this, after you've cheated on me, abandoned our daughter, and lied about it, then you're really delusional. We are through, and the next time you hear from me, it will be through my lawyers. After that, I managed to piece together the truth from what my neighbors and Jane had told me. I learned that the person who had been coming over to the house was none other than Richard, the guy from my work who suggested that I leave on the business trip in the first place. I confronted him at work about this, and he broke down almost immediately. He told me that he found out that he could never have kids and that he was jealous of me always talking about how proud of Jane I was around the office. He thought if he could just get me out of the picture that then he could be with my wife and replace me as Jane's dad. But I don't think he actually understood the full responsibility of being a father, and he also couldn't understand why Jane just couldn't forget about me, her real dad, and accept him. That's when he started acting really coldly towards Jane. But anyways, with that confession, I was able to smoothly divorce Millie and make her and Richard pay for their affair. After that, the two of them were so ashamed of what they did and so desperate to avoid rumors that they moved away to a new state together. I haven't heard from them since. I don't even get anything from Millie when it's Jane's birthday. Although I may never want anything to do with Millie again, I understand that she is my daughter's mother. If Jane ever asked to reconnect with her, I would in a heartbeat. But for now, I'm making up for lost time with my daughter and trying to think of lots of activities that her and I can do together. I remember Millie telling me that Jane wasn't getting outside as much because of her dancing. But I also think that is because she was never thinking of the things that the two of them could do together. I'm sure that if her mom had suggested more activities, that Jane would have been happy to do them. I'm just glad that it's not too late to make these kinds of memories with my daughter.